What do you think about all the video of all the storms?
That's crazy, man. Mother
Well,
Nature, Mother Nature is a mother.
that's why they call it Mother Nature.
Mother Nature is a mother, boy. Let me tell you. Um, some of that footage is just like, can't believe that's what's actually happening, man. It's crazy.
Mother Nature is the only person that can forecast how your day will be outside of the man upstairs. Think about it. The weather, it pretty much forecasts your life, the story of your life. If you're going to have a good day, a bad day, whatever.
True.
As we get older, us gentlemen, we forecast the weather too with the body aches. Like I knew when the rain and snow and humidity, shit, y'all don't need Bill Ramsey, just call me. Shit, with arthritis and bad Achilles, hey, your body will tell you what the weather's gonna be like.
Mine gets worse when it's cold.
See, aches and pains, brother, aches and pains.
Yes.
No, man, I didn't know that we had over 24 touchdowns of tornadoes. I knew it was I knew it was a lot, but I didn't know it was that many.
I didn't know that
Damn,
many.
Yeah, they were talking about it this morning on the news, and Iowa had they had 10 touchdowns. We had 24.
Dang.
that's crazy.
And it was one that touched down by Boys Town again, and then lifted and went towards Bennington.
So we had 32 touchdowns, 24 touchdowns.
24.
God damn.
Damn.
Well, my question is, and we can start the show. Why is it always white dudes that want to go chase the weather? You ain't never seen no black storm chasers? Not that I know. I ain't running nothing towards nothing that can sweep me up and throw me over miles. I'm cool.
Hey, more power to them. We need somebody documenting it. It ain't gonna be me though.
You say you'll be in the background, like, hey, you go right ahead.
Right.
Like, again, I was been watching the videos of all the tornado people out chasing them. Man, these mofos is getting like 2-3 blocks away from it. White dude like, keep going, keep going. He like, wait, no. Like, man, y'all crazy, dude. And you ain't getting paid for it. Well, I'm sure they probably sell the video, so they probably are getting paid. Man, it ain't worth losing your life.
Real seeking.
Yeah.
Real seeking.
Yeah. Adrenaline.
Mm-hmm. I ain't doing that shit.
Yeah. So how's it been going, fellas? It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while since we had a show, but just want to let everybody know that of all the things that have occurred over the past couple of days, that Big Mike, the Mighty T, and myself, we are marked safe. In case y'all was wondering, and now you know, we are marked safe.
Right. Word.
Yeah,
Life has been lifing.
you ain't bullshitting, man. That was crazy. That was crazy. Tornadoes, but we live in that area, so I appreciate the people that I know that live outside of Omaha or even the Midwest that was checking to see if it was okay. So shout
Hey,
out to y'all. Shout out to
ain't nobody check on me.
whatever.
Only phone calls I got, y'all. Just guess.
Bill collector.
Nope. Hey, hi. We're just calling to
Political.
let you know that your auto warranty is about to expire. That's the only phone call I got.
And you get the calls from the hey, this is so and so from the Omaha Police Department. We want
Man, I
to
hang up on them all the time, dude. I ain't changing that
contribute
shit.
to our fundraiser or whatever.
Yep. I'll give y'all money when y'all stop killing black people.
Yeah.
BT.
Guess they won't be getting no check from you.
Exactamundo.
How you
So,
BT?
Man, I've been good. Just chilling, working, taking care of family.
yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Well, where should we hit it from? Should we talk about y'all last president or go somewhere else?
Go ahead and talk about him.
He's an idiot.
We
He's
know.
an idiot with privilege.
We know. They was talking about it wasn't George Stephanopoulos this morning. He was just going down the line, a whole list of all the shit this man has done. And after every little incident, he started with, for the first time in American history, we have a president that done this. And then on the next thing, for the first time in American history, we have a president that done this. For the first time in American history, we have a president that done this. That's a freaking joke, man.
Yes, it is. But the thing is, they ain't doing nothing about it. Stop bullshitting. Because that was Obama or anybody else, they has been in jail, Secret Service or not.
Yeah. Yup. So we're gonna see what happens, man. It's one of the most notorious and I guess intriguing court cases in American history or whatever. I'm just like, it's like you said, Mike. Some people wouldn't even have made it this far. You know what I mean? Wouldn't even make it this far. Just one count against them.
Okay, let's take the big one. Grab the woman by her coochie. Name somebody outside of him that could have had the same privilege he had and still be here to talk about it. And I'm talking about talking big shit about it. Who came close? Bill Clinton with the headshot? That's the closest.
Yeah.
So either this motherfucker got some heavy duty secrets on everybody, or they playing the let's keep your mind off the real big issue, which I think is a part of it too. But man, I'm tired of hearing about this motherfucker, dude. You know how they were tired of hearing about the OJ trial? I'm tired of hearing about Trump.
Yeah. You know what scared me most about Trump? It ain't Trump. It's the people that support him.
But he's still the
Like,
head, though, T.
yeah, I know, but you cut that head off, man. These people were still under him, and they still got some radical ideas. Like our governor, for instance, who want to take away Omaha voice with
Yeah.
taking away the electoral. You know, we get Nebraska got 3 electoral college votes, and we could split those up. But now he want to put them all into one. You know, depending on what the majority of the state want. And you know, we live in a red state, so
Right.
you know all. You know, the little dot that we usually get for democratic ideas here in Omaha for presidential vote. You know, it won't our voice, our say won't matter anymore. We'll just be lumped in with the rest of Nebraska.
Yep.
Good point,
Yeah.
T. It's the people. It's the people. Because Trump is just catering to, he's a fearmonger, right? One. And he knows how to push buttons, and pull triggers, and pull strings to those people who decidedly follow him for whatever reasons, for various reasons. I mean, obvious reasons that we know of, but I mean, just look at the insurrection. He says a couple of things, and look what happened. That's how dangerous he is, or that's how dangerous his voice is. But it was more dangerous to people that believe in his voice. You know what I'm saying? That is potentially, I mean, as you speak about, politically, legislative reasons, but it's also a matter of freaking fear for your personal life and well-being. Because I'm never gonna forget when he was running for office, and I went to a local Target, and I seen 3 or 4 trucks pull up full of kids. They were younger than me, and they had all this Trump and Confederate flag stuff decorating their trucks at a Target. At a Target. So I'm walking by. I'm just like, my God, please don't let them try me. Don't let them try me. You know, but stuff like that you got to worry about, man.
Yeah.
It escalates. It escalates. I mean, we've always, I know in some regions it's more prevalent, but it escalates with his voice and the messages that he sends to.
Well, that's true. But what we fail to realize as voters, that we need to pay more attention to our local candidates and people, because we all looking at the bigger picture. Again, Biden and Trump is a decoy, because the people that's sneaking in underneath our noses are the people that are making all the rule changes.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where all the power really lies. The power is
Right.
in the people.
Because the court case he has going on now, he has 3 judges that he appointed to the Senate or to whatever. So he already got 3 favors in his back pocket.
Mm-hmm.
But some of us as voters don't realize that the power starts in your own backyard.
Facts.
So I started looking at these crooked candidates that we have, like that Pillen dude. That motherfucker is the devil.
Yeah. Pure devil.
Everybody get out there and vote.
Look, just for give y'all one example. When he first took that job, the first thing he did was he ordered all state employees back to work, back in the office. No home for y'all. After they already came out and said that, you can do, I thought it was 60-40. You can work from home 60% and then 40% you have to be in the office. Nah, he came and crushed that shit. And they still fighting that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So we got rid of Rickett, but then they brought in somebody even worse.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you brought up Ricketts, because I was gonna say that was actually his first corrupt dealing when he got in the office. Because
Yep.
you noticed that as soon as he got in the office, he went in, he put his boy up into the Senate.
Yep.
He put Pillin up. I mean, he put Governor Caillou, that's what I call him, up there into the Senate. So it was like it was a pay for play. He was like, "Oh, you get me elected governor, I'll turn around and I'll set you up in Senate." It was that quid pro quo, or scratch my back, I scratch your shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So we need to tell these younger kids. I tell my daughter all the time, like, do your research. I mean, you might not know about the candidates. Hey, you got to start looking, because these dirty motherfuckers, like you just said, T, they scratch each other's back.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
So
always.
Yeah, thinking about that, man. What y'all think about John Ewing running for mayor? Get this what I don't even remember her name. Our mayor now, that live in St. Louis, but come up here every now and then and decide to do her job.
oh, you talking about your girl?
Jimi?
Yeah. 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 John Ewing is running against her. Think he got a shot?
No. She got big pockets. And what I mean by that is she's backed by UNMC.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, remember her ex-husband or Willow or deceased husband was a doctor at UNMC.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she got full backing. Ewing don't have that powerhouse. If he had a powerhouse like somebody mega, like a big corporation that's outside of Nebraska backing him, he would have a chance. But she has all the backing in the world, dude.
Yeah. Right. That sucks.
But I tell you what's good though. I'm glad that your boy Ernie is talking about rerunning for his for that vacant spot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how happy I like Ernie. I love him. You know what I mean? But I do like the fact that we got new blood in there, Terrell McKinney, and he,
Yeah, but
coming with new ideas.
Yeah, but they ain't shaking it up. I mean, they're almost like silent assassins. Like with Ernie, he shakes shit up.
Yeah.
He like a football player, like a Cunningham. Like I know how they play, so I got this bread and butter play I got in my back pocket. Let me fuck with them for a minute and make them think. Because when he was in there, he was pushing 8 buttons, dog. And we ain't got nobody from our generation that's really doing that. I mean, I like the dude, but it's like when they voice their opinion, it gets like overlooked.
Get washed out.
Yeah.
By all the noise.
And then again, if they do get Ernie, he can kind of rub off some of his knowledge to them. So it's almost like having a veteran quarterback, on the bench teaching or showing you plays, giving you his playbook. So I think it go hand in hand.
That's a good
Yeah, but
analogy.
yeah, true.
Because the other people that's going against him outside districts aren't going to help them because they're from our neighborhoods. Because that dude, what's his name, Justin?
Justin Wayne.
He a joke to me, man. He's so flip-floppy. Like, he can be bought. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. I can. Yeah, wasn't he a sheriff before?
No, you talking about Wayne. I forgot the dude's name. Wayne something. He used to live right down the block from us.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the dude that pulled me over and said I was speeding down out the driveway.
How you speed out of a driveway?
Huh?
How you speed out of a driveway?
That's what he wrote on the ticket, Jimmy. I had to go to court.
No, I believe you, but I'm just like, what?
I pulled out my mom's driveway, dude, or the driveway between my mom's and T's parents' house. And you see this sheriff car speeding down the block. And he pulled me over. I said, what you pulled me over for? You were speeding. I said, how was I speeding if I just backed out the driveway?
Right.
And my mom was standing at the door.
That's crazy.
So yeah, dude, we need to get the word out to start at home first, man. So, because it's gonna be crazy. They trying to change any and everything to help. I mean, they even got rid of affirmative action.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So you want to tell a woman how to take care of her body. You don't want Black people to get equal rights in the workplace or school, education, and that. You don't want us to have say-so in voting. You're killing us with the foods. Prescriptions are high. Economy is high. Gas is high. So it's like they want an all-out war, basically. But yeah, we got enough money to send money over billions of dollars overseas, and you got homeless people out panhandling. Man, that shit crazy, dude. Oh, and they trying to get rid of they trying to increase the retirement age to 70.
Yeah, a lot of people are working till then.
Man, it's people that's working to 80.
Yeah. Yep.
I had a discussion with one of the supervisors at work about possibly selling your house. So I always had to think if I can get to a certain dollar amount, I would be willing to sell and relocate. And she said she agreed with me. But then we like, well, what the interest rates being between 7 to 14%, and you want to rebuild, and say you got a budget of, this ain't my budget, but say $400,000. With the interest rate being that high, you would need almost 600 to almost $1 million for a $400,000 house because of the interest rate. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's the game they playing, because they don't want homeowners at all. Look at the average house, the price of a house versus an apartment or a townhome.
Apartment towns, because the housing is high. So people that have apartments and townhomes, those property managers, they're making a killing because people can't afford housing. Even though apartment townhomes are ridiculously high too. But I saw something on TV. They was like, I can't remember the amount of an actual house, but they're saying that with their interest rates, taxes, and stuff like that, on average, you're paying $2,200 on a mortgage, and
Right.
that's not even for a that's just for a decent house, right?
Yeah, starter home.
Yeah, 2,500 on a mortgage.
Dude, and now take that into consideration what you just said. Now add in your lights, your gas, your internet, your groceries, and your car note.
That's going house broke.
Do you know how much money you have to make a month to be able to pay everything? At least $4,000. And the numbers could be off, but just think about that. And then you go to work, bust your ass, and your employer don't want to give you more money.
That's going house broke.
Yeah. A lot of employers are starting to fire people, just laying them off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's that. There is that for sure. A lot of companies are laying off.
Have y'all noticed that there's a lot of CVS's that's closing in Omaha?
You said CVS?
No, CVS.
CBS.
No, CVS.
The drugstore.
The
That's what I said.
drugstore.
I said CVS.
Oh, I thought you said CBS.
Yeah, CV.
Yeah, yeah.
V as in Victor.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. Oh, my fault. I couldn't hear you.
Uh,
Walmart.
To me, I didn't think we had very many because living on the East Coast, it was CVS more so than it was a Walgreens here. It's like Walgreens is it, but in different areas, different regions, CVS seems to me to be the more prominent pharmacy or store. So when they got them here, like I said, I didn't really see that many of them anyway in comparison to Walgreens. So I didn't think they was really gonna make it that long here in the Midwest anyway.
You're right. Well, I'll tell you something. Fuck Walgreens.
Oh, here you go.
Hey man, they service is shitty.
Yeah.
Their customer service went down the hill.
So does that have to do with the training and the program, or does it have to do with the individuals, or does it have to do with both?
Both. And I'll throw one more thing in there: the individual, the training, and the company not investing enough money into their employees. So it's basically what we just been talking about for the last 7 to 10 minutes.
And the pharmacists get paid.
Man, go to Walgreens on 108th and 4th and tell me how your experience is. If you can last waiting in line for 20 minutes to get your prescription to get to the window. And let me know how they treat you.
Well, a couple things. I'm not saying you're wrong, but a couple things just happened over the last few years. One is COVID, so their workload is out of control. One, so
Yeah.
I'm not saying they should give you bad customer service, but I get it to an extent. But I just feel like customer service is bad all the way around. So I'm not surprised. But these pharmacies have,
Okay,
their
so
their level of service and their level of people that are coming in there, particularly because of COVID, is crazy.
okay, so you just said in the beginning that pharmacists make good money, all right?
Yeah, I guess it depends on what you do in there, but yeah.
Okay, so but you said that. So that means that you should have a better attitude to provide good customer service to the public.
Not if you're stressed.
Well, we all stress, but that don't give you the right to be an asshole to people.
No,
And two, I'm not going to let you give them a hook, line, and sinker over COVID, because COVID is over. There's other shit out there that's worse than COVID. And
people
three,
get medication for it.
I understand that, but three, you knew the line of work you were getting into when you took that job.
They didn't know.
So COVID. You can't give everybody a free pass, because some people just are complete assholes. And I thought it was me. I thought I was tripping. So when I went to go pick up my prescription, they're like, "Oh, well, we only got part of it ready." My question was, so if I pick up only partial of it, do I have to pay my copay twice? And they were like, "Yeah." I said, "So why would I do that?"
Yeah,
so why would you not just?
I'm speaking in general. I'm looking at the big picture. You're talking about a particular case.
But no, I had an example. So I was like, all right. I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna wait. I said, I'd rather wait and just make my one co-payment in one payment than make two co-payments. Cool. So I sent someone up to go get my prescriptions, and the same thing happened to them. And they got attitude. They had to wait 30 minutes in line. They were rude, rolling their eyes. It's like, hey, I didn't make your day this way. You're providing me a service. Anything I can help to, make it a little smoother. Hey, I'll make a joke with you, but don't suck your teeth. And that's like, man, come on, man. Walgreens is they crazy.
And that's the individual you was dealing with, right?
It's been more than one person there, but yeah,
what I'm saying
they
is,
got new people. That's the problem.
In general, what I'm saying is, in general, big picture, with everything that's happened, I'm not saying that is right, because it's not. Ideally, everybody would like to get great customer service, but if you take pharmaceuticals, healthcare, and medication in general, with everything that's going on, it don't shock me that the service is not great.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. With everything that's been going on, it don't shock me.
Yep. So,
I mean, it's messed up what happened to you. I'm just looking at the big picture. This is like, I mean, I want to get good customer service. Don't get me wrong, and I'm not excusing them, but it's just like,
well, I'm going to Hy-Vee.
Go to.
That's how bad it is, yo. For real.
Yeah, they work for you. I tell you. I was just thinking, though, like Jimmy said, the attitudes is shitty everywhere, man. I was just I just pulled up at Jiffy Lube yesterday to get the tire pressure in my tires checked, and this lady was sitting in a parking space, and I pulled, you know how they got the little drive-through line.
Yeah.
So I pulled up in the drive-through lane. The lady come blaring her horn at me, talking about I'm waiting for service. I'm like, how come you ain't up in the drive-through lane? You know, I didn't know you was waiting. And she was just like, you think I'm just sitting here for nothing? I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
kinda.
Shit, you could
But
be
they're like, okay,
talking to somebody on the phone.
yeah. But you know, just that attitude, just people, just everybody is stressed out.
Everybody needs to go
But
out and fuck. That's what it is. Everybody need to go make love, and then the world be a better place for about 2 days. That's a stress reliever, y'all. I'm
That's
just
probably
being honest.
easy for you to do.
Huh?
Probably easy for you to do.
How much time y'all got? Jimmy try to get me put out the house, T. Come on, the locks be changed. Like, baby, what you doing?
Hey, talk about your wife, fool.
I heard that podcast. You talking shit.
You got a wife, fool. You can make love.
Hey man, you didn't hear what I just said. I said, how much time do you have? That right there is a barn burner.
You can make love anytime you want. You can
Hey,
you
man.
put on a hip shirt,
We'll have to take that conversation to another platform.
put on a hippie shirt, play some Barry White,
Wow.
decorate your bedroom doorway with them beads that they had in the 70s that come down to the floor. You can do all that.
T, do you hear like something that's going on with Jimmy?
yeah, I
He
hear you.
he painting a picture of the stuff that he do.
Yeah,
uh,
Hey, but you know what, y'all? That shit might come back. The beads, them beads that used to hang out in the open doorway.
probably.
Watch incense. Well, the incense never went away, but the
Yo,
beads,
man,
shit, the lava lamps. Watch that shit come back, dude. Watch. I give it 3 years.
speaking of incense, man, don't you miss the incense, your local incense dealer? You don't see that no more. I don't.
Man,
no, everything on Amazon now.
right.
Well, you
Man,
need, you
don't
might
even
as
bring
well.
them up, dude. That's another story. All right, so what we want to do? OJ first. Well, it's up to y'all.
Um,
The
a
draft.
lot has happened. A lot has happened.
Yeah.
Um, let's talk about OJ real quick. Um, rest in peace, OJ. And there's probably a lot of folks that'll be like, why would you say that after all the stuff he did?
Shit, I posted it on Facebook.
I don't know. I know I've talked about this before. I guess being the age that I am and being able to witness some of OJ at his best and OJ at his worst and what I put together in between.
Mm-hmm.
What I put together in between is at his best as a college athlete, pro athlete, a black athlete, even though he was like, I'm not black, I'm OJ. I'm like, okay, whatever, dude. Um, he was an icon, man. I mean, he made that type of celebrity and fame possible for a lot of athletes after him, not just on the field, but outside the field, Hollywood, the endorsements, yo. The
Mm-hmm.
endorsements crazy. Hurts and all that. I mean, OJ was the freaking man. He was the man. And you know, and then fast forward to the murder trials. The trial itself is historic for the right or wrong reasons because it was like one of the first trials, if not the first trials, that America tuned in a reality TV scenario and watched. You watched it that instant. It pulled people to the tube. I don't think that's ever happened before in the court case. And then, of course, the results, and then, the murders and the loss of lives. So yeah, I get it. Some people are like, OJ can go to hell, but I look at it full circle, I guess. I look at the bigger picture of it. So on one hand, I'm like, rest in peace for his best. And the other hand, I'm like, yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen to you when you cross them gates. So, and it's hard for somebody, I've talked to a couple of people, it's hard for somebody who wasn't old enough to actually see the great in OJ and then question how could somebody have such a fall from grace? Like you had to experience like all of it. And I didn't see all of it, but I got a good portion of his greatness, just being the age that I am and that, my family loves sports. So yeah, that's my piece on OJ, on the juice. Called him the juice, man.
Well, here are some of his stats. He played over 135 games. He averaged 116 games total. He rushed for 2,404 yards. His total yardage was 11,236 with 61 touchdowns.
He was a beast. He was the beast.
And he was doing it in an era when you could just drag a motherfucker, or they can, punch you, bite you, claw you, elbow you, rip your helmet off.
You couldn't stop him.
And he did those numbers with that.
You couldn't stop that dude, man. And he was fast. Not only was he big, he was like fast.
So, yeah. I said rest in peace. I mean, we have people, we have a tendency to go off of we highlight the negative first. And then after sitting down, after you've given your opinion, you go back and be like, damn, I shouldn't have said that. I should have actually did my research first because, ain't nobody perfect. So I did my rest in peace. So I got to see him in movies and in commercials. I saw him at the end of his career, maybe 1 or 2, 3 games. So you still can't knock a person for what they did. And he didn't cry about what was going on in his life. He did what he did. He took the punishment. He came out. He got back on. He was on Cameron and Mason's podcast.
You keep forgetting he got arrested twice.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. He took his punches and he served his time. And he was getting back up there, popularity wise, and he knew he had cancer. He didn't highlight it. He just, as they would say back in our days, he took it as a G.
What's your thoughts, T?
Yeah, I feel like, OJ, man, he had some great accomplishments in life. I give him his flowers, man. He was good. I mean, to that point, as far as like the murder thing, that was, I ain't gonna say that he didn't do it. I kind of feel like he probably did, or he knew who did it.
Yeah.
But then I kind of think he might have been suffering from CTE before it been diagnosed.
Mm-hmm.
I think he may have had some serious, mental problems. But yeah, I do admire him for, like you said, Mike. He kind of took everything on the chin. He had a lot of punches thrown at him, and he still stood up, stood strong, and he didn't complain about things. He just kind of took it as it came, and you can't take that away from him. So, rest in peace. Just yeah,
It's kind of bittersweet.
it's sad. Yeah, it's bittersweet. Just it's hard to see him fall from grace the way he did. Because yeah, like you said, Mike, I really never got a chance to see him play. But what I knew him from was jumping over suitcases and the Hertz commercials and shit, and from the movies, airplane movies. I thought he was, he seemed like a real cool guy, fun character, and then when that, yeah, when that happened, huh?
He with Nordberg on a Naked Gun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought all that was cool, and then then next thing you know, I see him in the car with his homeboy running, uh, driving down the interstate, getting chased by police, and I was like, damn, man, that's a hell of a way to go out. But he recovered, and like I say, he went and did his time, and uh, you know, life moves on.
Yep. Yep.
On the other side of the news, Reggie Bush got his Heisman back. What y'all think about that?
It's about damn time.
I think college sports, everybody that talked bad about him that's still alive owes him a national apology on live television.
Yeah,
Even though he won't get it, they owe him that much.
yeah, yeah. Won't nobody say it, but yeah, man, he deserved it. I was glad to see that happen because yeah, fast forward 20 years after he won it, now kids are starting to get paid for their likeness.
For the same shit he was doing.
Yeah, for the same thing he was doing. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to see him reverse that decision. And in that aspect, they need to remove some of that scrutiny they put on Harbaugh for buying that kid a hamburger.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
But see, that's what I'm saying, dude. People want to judge you for just being a human being, just doing something humanly. Like who what how is it wrong to give somebody some food and they hungry?
What about Terrell Pryor at Ohio State?
Yeah,
I think that hurt his draft. That hurt
man,
all draft
it
stock.
it hurt everything just for being a human being, dude. They want to take your decency. That's what kills me. They'd rather take billions over decency.
Yep. I'm glad Reggie got his Heisman back, man. It's been a long time. It took him too long to give it back to him, man. That's just crazy to think about it, man.
So we know about the WNBA draft, but how y'all feel about seeing Caitlyn everywhere in the last couple of weeks? She was at the Indiana game. She was at the was she at the draft, the NFL draft?
I don't know.
I think she was at the draft too,
Uh,
because they kind of panned to her in the stands. But she was at the NBA finals, or not the NBA final, but the NBA playoffs.
What do you think about it?
You already know what I thought. I told you before the end of the women's tournament that they're gonna. She's their Steph slash LeBron. They're gonna make money. They're gonna use her to make the game better. But there's another side to that too. There's other players that didn't get that same limelight that are not of her color that have been shammed. There's a video showing Caitlyn after she got drafted going to like the locker or the city, Indiana. They had balloons and a
She got
band.
a mural. She got a mural.
Huh?
She got a mural. There's a mural of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they show her coming into the gym. They had cameras and news crew there, and then they showed your girl Reese. She just walked into an empty gym. Like it was a couple of her teammates, and that was it. I said to myself, I said, damn, they still pulling that same old shit.
yeah,
What you think, T?
I'm kind of torn on it because yeah, I know what you're saying. Like yeah, it was like once they got this white girl that could come out and she was and scoring all these points and making a spectacle out of the game. It was like okay, now we're gonna put her on a pedestal and give her her own shoes and you know we want to give them a $5 million contract. Well, Ice Cube anyway wanted to have her come join the Big Three, but and then she got all kind of endorsement deals now. She got getting some major money, which I think is good, and I think it's going to help out other people down the line, other women once they start to turn pro, and some of the pros too. I'm thinking it's helping. But then I was like, yeah, it's politics. How they kind of, it's the white card being played because she's a white player, kind of like how um, Larry Bird, versus like Magic Johnson, it was like Larry Bird better than him because he, white or something like that. But then I thought about it and I was like, she kind of revolutionized the game of women basketball too, kind of like Steph Curry coming up, jacking up them threes, kind of just made everything more exciting. And so I'm like, she kind of deserves what she gets too. It's not all just because she's her color of her skin. She did earn that. She do have merits to back that up. So I can't I can't justify saying it's all because she just white, because she really do got skills.
Well, I agree with you to a point. There was a young lady that played for, is it UConn, that tore her Achilles last season? That was Caitlin before Caitlin.
Mm-hmm.
Had she not torn her Achilles, that was her path. But Caitlin stepped up and took the national spotlight. But
Yeah,
there's
but if Paige never got, he'd be saying the same thing because Paige is white.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying she was, either way, they were going to be one or two. You know what I'm saying? But, as we've been talking over the basketball season, there's other girls out there that's killing it. And I think I get it that they're going to use her to make the WNBA better. But I think this next round after her is going to be the ones.
Yeah.
Cause they got some bad motherfuckers coming up out this next class.
Yeah, for sure.
They got Audrey Crooks. They got Juju. They got some girls, some real hoopers. So, but I will say this: the women's basketball tournament was a hell of a lot more entertaining than the men.
Oh,
and they're definitely more fundamental than our male counterparts, because I watched literally of the men's tournament. I watched 2 games.
I didn't really, I only watched a couple games.
And I didn't even watch the full games.
Yeah, I only watched a couple games. I'll try to keep it short. I'm gonna try. I agree with everything y'all said, like for real. My thing is, okay, optically and socially, yeah, it is what it is, right? And she did bring spectacle with the style that she plays, and they see what Steph is doing in the league and how he kind of revolutionized the game. And he's marketable. She's marketable as well. She just happens to be white. Now, there's some other women that came before her. I'm just like, how come they didn't get this push? All right, and okay, I get it. I get it. Let's just stick with it. Let's just say she's more marketable, right? So they gonna capitalize off of this lightning in a bottle, right? Which they have done, and she deserves, everything that she's gotten. The college basketball has changed. The politics on college basketball has changed. These athletes can get paid now. That wasn't happening not even 10 years ago. I get all that. So a couple of things. If the goal is to bring eyes to women's basketball in the WNBA, and she is that vehicle, all right, and they're sincerely riding this, and eyes open, and doors open, and people become more aware of women's sports, in this case, college basketball. If that is their sincere effort, and let's say she goes to the WNBA and she succeeds, that's great. But if she goes there and she doesn't succeed, I need to see the same energy for those girls that are following, whether they're Black or white. I need to see that same effort, that same energy. If they are sincere in trying to bring us to women's basketball, right?
Agreed. Yeah.
Last part. And as a people, we've been dealing with this throughout history, right? In some cases, to get things done, to make things right, to move things forward, whether it be civil rights, equal opportunity, things like that along those lines. Sometimes you need an ally. Sometimes that ally needs to be or happens to be a white person because due to politics and due to history, they are afforded some luxuries that disenfranchised people, Black people, people of color don't have. So I'm looking at it in this fashion. I'm trying to look at her as an ally rather than an adversary of okay, she's got all this because she's white. If that is their sincere effort, she's a great ally to open doors to women's basketball. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I want to see what's gonna happen going forward. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been watching women's basketball since like '96. My mom got me into women's basketball, and I've been a Dawn Staley fan since '96. Because one, I had a crush on her, and two, I just thought she was.
That's why he watched.
She's my favorite. She's always been my favorite.
Nah. Just put it
Dude,
out there. Don't
Dawn,
sugarcoat it. You
Dawn is
sugarcoat
cold.
it. You watched it because you like her.
Dawn has always been cold. I watched her play live.
That's true. She is good.
And shout out to the South Carolina women's, man. That's a hell of an accomplishment as well. But yeah, I want to see. I've been a fan of women's hoops for years, but I want to see what happens going forward. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of remind me of the same thing with like the them getting like the colleges taking out the equal opportunity, the EEO requirements they have for college applications. Yeah. You know, yeah, okay, now y'all want to remove them. Let's see if just as many people of color get into these universities as was getting in when y'all had those requirements.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Got to show and prove. If not, then we're going to have to start talking about something different.
Mm-hmm. If Juju Watkins keeps going the way she's going and she breaks this record, I need that same energy. I need that same energy directed towards her. I need to see her on commercials. I need to see her. And we've seen a little bit, but I need to see, yeah. And God, if she goes to the championship too, I need to see that same energy because Caitlin been to the championship twice and lost.
Yeah.
So, and last but not least, Mike Tyson versus Mr. YouTuber himself.
Oh my God! Did he beat him already? I thought that was. Oh wait, that was just a post. I saw a post that showed that he beat him like 3 months in the future.
No,
I saw that too. I was like,
no.
If Mike don't win that fight,
it's gonna be a race war.
Something wrong, right?
Well, it's already a stipulation.
What's the steps?
That it's an exhibitionist fight.
They're all exhibition fights.
Well,
and none of them pro. I mean, not anymore.
Well, so what they're doing is, say Mike whoop his ass, it won't go against his record.
It shouldn't. Oh, it won't go against Jake's record, what you said.
Right. Right.
He's not an actual boxer.
Yeah,
they're claiming him as a boxer.
He ain't even registered with any major federation.
Listen to all his interviews, how they portray him.
I think it should go against his record being a social media fighter.
And they say there's going to be other stuff coming out, like the way of the boxing gloves, if they're going to wear professional or lighter gloves and shit like that. Which he shouldn't even have that stipulation, because if you put Mike in a lighter glove, what you think is going to happen? His hands are going to be even faster.
Yeah, no, I think. Yeah,
and you don't want to give him. You don't want to give him that advantage.
Yeah, yeah, and the pro gloves is lighter, ain't they?
No, the pro gloves are heavier.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I think Mike Tyson fights with. I thought they were 10 pounds, 10-pound gloves. I think they're 10. But there was rumors saying that Paul wanted to fight with lighter gloves. On one of the interviews I was watching on YouTube, because he all over YouTube talking shit.
His funeral. Shit. His funeral.
Yeah.
You know, everybody talking about the age. Dude, I told Tony, I said, one thing people keep forgetting is what Mike Tyson is doing. Everything he's doing is muscle memory. You don't lose that. And once you do when you get older, but once you get into train mode, it's all muscle memory. It's like riding a bike.
It's like when George Foreman made his comeback, man. Everybody's like, he too old, he too fat, and he knocked Michael Moore the hell out. I'm never gonna forget that.
So,
one thing, when Foreman came back, he was in his 40s. Tyson, what, 60?
Yeah.
He 57.
Yeah.
He 57.
And Foreman kept fighting. Fighting. He had multiple fights at that age.
Okay, y'all ain't looking at the big picture. I mean, you are, but this is what I'm gonna say. The last we seen out of Mike Tyson was when he fought Roy Jones in an exhibitionist bout. And Mike almost,
he was still quick as hell.
Well, but see, this is what people didn't catch. Even though that was kind of like a sparring match, what people didn't realize, when Tyson almost took Roy Jones' head off, he had to catch himself, because Mike snapped into like boxing mode, like real boxing mode.
Yeah.
So, and again, Roy Jones was a heavyweight champion, or not heavy. Well, in his weight class, he was heavy, wasn't he?
Welter. I mean, not welter. Cruiser.
Yeah, welter, super welter. So he could take a Tyson punch. Jake Paul can't take that punch, dude. No way. I can't see him taking a body shot.
We about to find out. That's all I'm saying.
Next month. Well, yeah. July. Okay.
We about to find out.
Yeah, like you just don't wake up a beast, dude. You keep poking at him, talking shit online. Like, damn, dude.
That's what he do, though. That's what he do. That's what gets him likes.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. That's what it's all about. That's what gets him likes, and he gonna get enough likes to where he get knocked the hell out. So that's what he do, man. That's what he's supposed to do. Talk trash.
So would you guys get in the ring with Mike for 2 rounds?
Nope. Well, how much?
For the purse?
Oh yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it.
That's it. A cool million. I need it, man.
I'll do it.
I mean, I might have to pay 20% of it on my medical bills, but I'll fight him.
He can hold out his glove like this. I'll just run right to his fist and lay down. Second round.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all both crazy. Getting into the ring with him for 2 rounds is like being run into an accident and a concrete pillar on the interstate at 70 miles an hour. I'm good. I need to keep the little body I got left, and it ain't much.
Concrete pillar ain't paying.
Right.
can't even argue that. I have no comment for that. Shit.
Hey, while we talking about entertainers, man, what y'all think about Puffy
No,
getting his house raided?
dude, I ain't even touching that, dude.
Oh, no, staying away.
Take that, take that. Now we know where that came from.
I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. I always felt that Puffy is just not a likable dude. And maybe that's how he became so successful, because you can't be making a lot of friends and be uber successful in some cases. But he's never just been a likable person. I just never thought it would be to this extent. But I'm not surprised, and I always just felt like, even in years past, when Puffy was doing like the wine or champagne commercials, or Puffy could be on Sesame Street or doing commercials for baby diapers, man, and he just not likable. He just I'm not buying.
You said Grover wouldn't even like him?
No. I'm not messing with you. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, no, the writing been on the wall for a while, man. A lot of people that talked about Puffy and his parties and getting drugged and stuff. And yeah, I thought I heard something about Jamie Foxx got drugged at one of his parties.
Shit, that was part of the reason why he was in the hospital.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought that was what I heard that about. But
Yeah.
I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked.
Well,
That-
he ain't the only one, because they going after his buddy too. Jay-Z.
I mean, first of all, they black
Yep.
and they got power,
Yep.
and anytime that happens, the they're coming after you. They gonna come after you one way or another. So, but Puffy, man, I mean, given his personality and his flamboyant ways, and basically a narcissist, and I hate that word because I'm so, but for lack of a better definition, um, of his personality, I mean,
that's exactly what it is.
narciss-
He's a narcissist.
with power, with
Yeah,
that kind of power, I'm not shocked.
He too cocky. He had his feet in with the big ballers, the corporates, the rich white men. And they strung him along as they could. They used his image, they used his face, and he let that shit go to his head, and he started wilding out like how they wild out. And it was the difference between him and them outside of color is they can make shit disappear, and he can't. They just let Harvey Weinstein out of prison.
yeah.
I mean,
Well,
that's an example.
did he get out?
Yeah.
I heard he in the hospital right now.
Dude, they released him from jail and took him to the hospital. They said he didn't get a fair trial.
Well, I saw something pop up, but I didn't read it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why they released him, because they said he didn't get a fair trial.
What Scarface song go? Money in the power, money in the power.
Man, you better believe it. So again, to what we've all been talking about for this last hour, man, this world fucked up. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of entertainment, home, people trying to live, airplane parts falling off, you name it. I mean, even in music, like people just getting disrespectful. I thought that Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and Drake shit was crazy. That Chris Brown diss, I actually listened to it, Jimmy.
Oh
When you asked
my
me about it,
God.
I said, dude, what did I tell you, Jimmy?
He went in.
What did I tell you? That calls for me pulling up at your house, driving by, playing your music, waiting for you to come outside.
He went in harder than the rappers.
But he went
Oh
too
my,
far.
oh my God, yeah. When he said, yeah, when Takeoff died, they wished it was you. I was like, oh
Yeah,
man,
man.
dang.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was like, dang, Chris.
Total disrespect. And you know what? That's one thing you can't go back on.
No, not
No,
that. Not that ball right there, boy. That's
Because now you got his family members looking for it. Like I said, I'll be driving around your neighborhood in circles, bumping your music with the sunroof open. Talking about come outside, Chris.
what they beefing over a girl.
Over Carucci.
oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Man,
Carucci, and then they say Chris Brown slept with Takeoff's girl. Or whoever it was, Offset, Quavo, whoever's one of them. They're like, man, y'all stupid. So basically, again, as black men, we're sleeping with the same women, and what you think's gonna happen? That cycle
hmm
never that cycle never ends. Why can't you just go get you a girl from like, I don't know, Portuguese or Portugal, go get a innocent girl that ain't nobody seen. Just live life. Ain't gotta be always a ghetto, you know. Get a quiet girl. I like to cook, stay home, read, do puzzles. For real, dude. Half the rap nowadays is popping pills, smoking weed, spending your money on cars and women, and
And lying.
fucking each other girl and lying.
yeah,
These these hip hop beats, I don't really take seriously. Um, I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's it's just different, man. Like when you have back in the day, you have like an apex, like hip hop or MC or a rhymer like a KRS-One or somebody like that. It was just more exciting to me because lyrically, it was just going to be amazing. One and two, the beef usually wasn't all that serious. It's more about bragging rights or hip hop supremacy, right?
yeah,
Now it's just all ratchet stuff. It's just like everybody's ratchet. What else is it? You just making a song about it, basically.
yeah.
I don't know. But Chris Brown went in. I was surprised because he known for singing. I was like, God dang, Chris.
Yeah, that was just disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because
I know
his reply to Chris was cool, but he hit on the point why he was beating on an old girl in the car. But we all know what happened. Well, some of us know. It's reported that Rihanna in her earlier careers messed around with Jay-Z, and Jay-Z gave her an STD, which she gave to Chris. So it's crazy,
not
man.
bad.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how you make a diss record and then you apologize. Yeah, I don't get that, man.
Because man, he didn't want to be a part. His heart wasn't in it. He like, man, he really ain't got no beef with that man. But hey, I understand it. Sometimes at the heat of the moment, you say shit that you wish you didn't say. Okay, look at what.
Apologize immediately.
But here's the thing: what he did and what he said wasn't 10 times as worse. What Chris Brown said. The thing
Oh no,
is,
no, no. Chris Brown, yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Now Chris Brown can't go back. If something happens to him, he put it on himself because
What
he
I'm
went too
saying is,
far.
what I'm saying is, you were excited and whetted the appetite of your fans about this big diss record you was gonna make, and then within 24 hours later, you apologize. Damn, he could have waited 2 weeks. That shit. It was like, what's the point?
Because you got your homeboys in your back pumping you. It's pressure. Some people can't handle pressure. But I'm gonna tell you one thing though, how everybody jumped off his bandwagon. I see Kanye West has a couple words to say, and that's the person he gonna take it out on. I told you, he like Optimus Prime when he lost the auto spark, and all the Autobots saw him die, and then they brought the spark back. Kanye West is the spark.
I mean, did you hear the shit he said,
Right.
man?
Because Kanye West wants to be relevant.
Yeah.
We got about 40 seconds left.
Oh. Yeah, well, I don't know, man. It's
To
just,
be continued.
I don't know.
To be continued.
Yeah, we got a lot more to discuss.
Yes, sir. So, well, it was good playing with you fellas again. And like I said, we gotta keep our eyes and ears to the streets.